Right, carrying on with our recent spate of DS Lites. This is a nice looking one. Unfortunately the hinge is gone and I've got no power, so let's have that battery out. I've got another DS Lite here, which has got a knackered top screen, but we've done a top screen video, we don't need to do one of them. But it can provide a battery. Which has some juice in it. To see what happens with this Crimson one. That's what it is. Crimson Red and Black. Yeah. I'm going to chuck this one out the way and get it on charge. And I'll slot that in there. Power's on. Both screens are okay. Yada 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 yada. Confirm. Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. I think we're going to need one of these mid-frame pieces. But let's check to make sure it runs carts and doesn't need a epoxy digitizer as well. So let's put game in. Give that a squirt of IPA, a bit of a clean out. Yeah, see, just grubby inside. Touchscreen. 1, 2. No, that wants a digitizer as well. So, at least we know this time. Definitely wants a digi and needs a mid-frame. This is going to be a long one. Right. First things first, let's have all these out. I can't remember what these ones are for. New 3DS XL, I think. So they can just go over there. Good old Nintendo, you've proper glued these ones in, haven't you? Thanks. And now I've lost one. Marvellous. Never mind. Oh look, we found a replacement. Woohoo! I do like these ones because they're like a nice matte black, whereas the normal ones are fingerprint magnet black. I don't know what that's for. Put that away. Now, this does look like it's an American machine due to the slightly different serial number and the fact it says C/USG USA. Kind of a giveaway, but it doesn't matter so much with the DS compared to the 3DS because the DS isn't region locked. For some stupid reason, Nintendo decided to region lock the 3DS. To this day, their only region locked handheld console. It's like, it's a handheld, lads. People are going to take it on holiday, they might want to buy a game. And then they get home and they can't play it. No, in fact, they're there and they can't play it. You're just missing out on sales. And fortunately, with the Switch, they reverted back to type and went back to being region free. So let's get this other screw out. If you remember, I hate taking these cables out, but not as much as I hate trying to put them back. Because they're a nuisance. Now. I've got that off. Let's disconnect this and this, and we'll have this digitizer dealt with swiftly. I'm going to use this because it is to hand. Peel this one off. So there we go, that's the digitizer replaced. Keep hold of this for a little while because I want to pop the little black surround back on it once we're back in. Now, such a plum. Make life easy. Right, that can just go over there for a bit. We're dealt with that. These two up here. This can come out. Hold those two to the side. I don't want to tear the ribbon cable because this is a good screen. And this is good as well. What we need to get to is this mid-frame piece here. Because the stupid hinge is broken. Pop the green out. Stick that to that. Take this out, stick that to that. Oh, it doesn't want to stick. Oh well. Okay. Wi-Fi. This is the microphone. Now we'll just roll this up a touch so it goes nicely through the hole without damaging it. Pop that to one side. Now, where's my new one? There it is. I'll take this bit of sponge off. Have that there. And then hopefully this goes straight into here. It's a little bit tight, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Right, that's in. Let's have the screen back in. Microphone and the wireless. You need to get over there. Or does it? Just need to, that's the one. It'd be great if I had some proper tweezers that hadn't ruined. Yes, much better. See here. That's better. Right. Let's get these screws back in. Take the old mid-frame and get these little rubber grommets back out. Slide those in there. Flip this over, get these cables back in. See, I love the way the hinge on the DS Lite attaches, just with a couple of screws. The 3DS family are a pain in the backside, because you have to poke the hinge through, so you have to have the top off of the top screen assembly, which means bits of speakers fall out, and the connectors for, the sliders for the 3D and volumes, they fall out, and it's just a flipping nuisance. So having these that just go together, he says, are usually quite nice, but something is always there to ruin my day, and right now it's, how does this go in? Right, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take this back out, because I don't want to rip that ribbon. I may have to give it a little bit of force to get that in. So there we go, we're going. We're in. Yep. Nicely done. Can't say the hinge is going to be wobbly on this one. as always. Get this white one sat back in its little valley of cable seating. I don't know, it's just the first thing that came in my head. And then yeah, like last time, I'm going to try and straighten this out and try putting it through or underneath the cartridge slot whilst this board is still out, rather than when the board is sat screwed down to the system. No, see, that's more like it. That's what normally happens. It does not go in first flipping time. It kinks up and bends, and it's just generally a pain in the backside. Although that does appear to be a bit easier. I'm going to have to admit that. Right, it's not easy, but that may be the way I do them from now on. If you watched the pink one that I fixed before, you'll be screaming at the screen because I've done exactly the same thing, although this time, fortunately, thankfully, I've noticed. I've left that unplugged. Oh no, it's not the same. This time it's the top screen ribbon. Plum. But there we go, we'll get that top screen ribbon in. Lovely jubbly. This out from under there. Thank you. A couple of screws. That looks like a small one. I don't want that one yet. Just to be on the safe side, let's make sure it works before we plug it all back together. Yep, jolly good. Volume. Volume works. Power button flicks. Excellent. Let's get some more screws in. I think this is going to be my last DS Lite repair for quite some time. Well, at least on the channel, because they're all pretty much of the same. There's not a lot of tinkering with these really. It's just replacing a few parts, but hopefully this will help someone who needs to repair their hinge or similar on a DS Lite. And next time we'll try something a bit more interesting. I've got some Game Boy games to look at. See if I can get some of those going, because they're not at the moment. Right, let's power this beast up. I think this one deserves a red stylus. You shut down. I'm going to peel this off. Fire it back up. Yes, I know I'm going. Hang on a minute. Oh. That screen's not quite in there. Calibrate. One for you, one for you, one for you. Yep, 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 and yes. Happy days. Well, that's all settled. Sorted. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.